Hey guys in the vinyl community, it's Kevin here. It's been a little while since I made my last video. I do apologize. I did promise that I was going to do my top 50. I'm doing 10 at a time once a week leading up to the last week of December. It's just been kind of crazy the last week and a half, 2 weeks here in California for me. I have to work in 2 jobs and have finals that just finished yesterday, which was a sigh of relief for me. Also, just busy with my family and getting the holidays all put together. So we all know how that goes. I hope you guys are having a great month and making your list of top albums of the year and having good times with your family and friends and loved ones, and happy holidays to everyone as well. So today I'm going to be doing my list, my continuous list. I'm going to be breaking down number 40 through 31, but I'm also going to do the addition of 42 because I missed it in my last video, so once again I apologize about that. Like I showed you in my last video that I made, I did get a Project Debut 3, the red edition of it. My girlfriend got it for me. I was so happy. Been spinning vinyls a lot on it, just haven't had time to make videos, so I'm glad to be back, and hope you guys enjoy what I have to show today. So anyways, let's jump off with 42 since I missed it last time. Now this album wasn't something that I was blown away by at first, but then grew on me. The production's pretty good. It's a little overproduced for this band. Pretty popular band. I mean, the first 2 albums are monumental, especially the first one. But this one, took a couple years for them to put out this one. And I think it was worth the wait. It's not great by any means, but I do enjoy it and it's fun. It's a good album. It's got some hits on it. And that's going to be Angles by The Strokes. I hate this album cover. I think it's probably the worst of the entire year. It's really disgusting, but there's some really good songs on it. I really like Under the Cover of Darkness, which is a single, but Gratisfaction's really cool. I love that song a lot. There's some really good hooks on it, but if you're a Strokes fan, you're probably not going to like it that much. If you're a diehard Strokes fan, I mean, Is This It and Room on Fire probably the best that they'll ever put out. Room on Fire is my favorite, which a lot of people think I'm crazy, but this is fun. It's nice. Once again, that was my number 42, so that was supposed to go in my last video, but sorry about that. And of course, what I'm playing right now, I can't stop spinning it, especially side B. As you probably already know, it's going to be on my list. It's a little lower in the list, so that's kind of a sneak peek of what I have to come. But Bill Callahan, Apocalypse, I've showed this several times. It's so good. I like the second side a lot more. Writing for the Feeling, what you hear right now, is probably one of my favorite songs of the year. It's really good. It's a rainy day out here, pretty cold, so it's nice, just lounging music and very mood setting. And Bill Callahan's one of the best at creating a mood, so his voice is so great. So if you haven't picked this up yet, check it out. It's one of the best of the year. Apocalypse. You'll hear me talk about it a little bit more later in a couple more videos. So let's jump with number. Kind of embarrassed to say that I don't have some of these vinyls that are on my list. I just kind of ran out of funds near the end of the year. Getting Christmas gifts together, so please accept my apology in advance that I'm not showing you the actual vinyl. I'm kind of embarrassed, but you know how it is. It's tough out here. I'm trying to save to get a new car and stuff, so and Christmas gifts, of course, so haven't really indulged that much in vinyls, but nonetheless, number 40 I don't have. It goes to Widow's Peak, self-titled album. I kind of just stumbled upon this on I don't really know, I don't even think it was a recommendation. I just found it on some blog or something like that. It's a girl band, they're from LA. It's really great stuff, really creepy, eerie. It actually was featured in one of my favorite shows, American Horror Story. It was featured in that show. It was in the background, and it was kind of cool to pick that out because they're not that big of a band, so it's nice recognition for them. But that's once again number 40, Widow's Peak, and it's self-titled. And Widow's Peak is just one word, so if you're gonna look it up, it's a really good album though. Really nice, creepy, eerie music, and it was fun during Halloween time especially. Number 39 I also don't have. I'm gonna begin it within the next couple weeks, I believe, but it's Destroyer and it's Kaput. He's had a lot of albums come out, but this is the first one that I actually fell into, and it's great. It's Chinatown's a really good song. Blue Eyes. It's kind of got like this porn groove at some parts, but it's different. It's nice, and he was in New Pornographers, I believe. So I can't remember his name, but Destroyer is his moniker for his side project, and Kaput his album, and that was number 39. Now 38 I do have, and one of his other albums that came out earlier this year, Wits End, is going to be a lot higher on my list. I love that album so much. This one was his second album, only 8 songs that came out earlier this year, or I mean, a couple weeks ago, in about early November. You've heard me talk about it before. And that's Humorisk by Cass McCombs, and at 38. Pretty cool cover, kind of plays off what he had on the insert in Wits End, but it's a little more upbeat. It's not as great as Wits End, but it is, you know, a nice album. The Living Word is probably my favorite song on it, but you know, Cass McCombs, really great singer-songwriter, kind of mysterious. I believe he's from LA, but then I also heard that he might be from San Francisco, so I'm kind of confused on that. But nonetheless, he's from California, so it's kind of cool. You know, homegrown talent out here. But that's 38, Cass McCombs with Humorisk. Next, we're going to do something that his other project was in my top 5 of last year. That band was Deer Hunter, and Harlequin Digest was one of my favorite albums of 2010. I do like his side project. This is Bradford Cox I'm talking about, and his side project is Atlas Sound, and it's Parallax, and it's 37. He's kind of a crazy guy. I mean, if you read some of his interviews, he's got a lot of issues and mental demons, which is cool, and it comes out a lot in Atlas Sound compared to maybe Deer Hunter, where it's more of a collaborative project. But this is all Bradford Cox, and it's great. It's really awesome. Not as good as Logos, but there is really nice collaboration with one of the guys from MGMT on Mona Lisa. Probably my favorite song on the whole album, but you know, it's pretty cool. Once again, I like Logos a little bit better, but this was a nice effort by Atlas Sound. So if you are a fan of Deer Hunter, do check this out if you haven't already, because Bradford Cox is one of the best singer-songwriters. Maybe not the greatest voice, but he's a really good songwriter, I should say. So check this out. Now 37, that was 37 Atlas Sound Parallax. 36 I don't have, and this is going to be Cults, and it's self-titled. When I first heard their first single off of it, or maybe it was their second one, but this first song I heard was Abducted. I was not a fan at all. Then I heard Go Outside, which is one of the most catchy, sun-drenched, summery songs, and it was perfect for summer, and I loved it here in California, just going to the beach, taking it for a ride, and it was a great album, and I actually liked the whole album. There's not just one song that really sucks, except for Abducted, which is the first song on the album, but from there on out, everything's pretty great. So that's, once again, 36 is going to be Cults, and that's self-titled. Now 35 I do have, and I'm pretty surprised that this album wasn't in my top 10, you know, with all the, well, there wasn't much hype, but all the excitement surrounding, you know, the quick release of it like they did within Rainbows. I thought it would be one of my favorites of the year. But it just didn't live up to the potential that I think it could have, and that was, we all know, King of Limbs, Radiohead. It's pretty short, probably their worst album outside of Pablo Honey, but it's still a great release. If you heard it from another band, you probably love it, but you have such high hopes for Radiohead that, you know, when they kind of mess up or, you know, miss a step a little bit, you know, we're a little bit disappointed. But I remember seeing Codex live, and I was like, wow, that's such a great song. I can't wait to hear it recorded, and you know, it paid off hearing on this album. It's my favorite song on this entire album, and it's a great song for the entire year. So one of the best Radiohead songs, I think, it's Codex. Just me and that's King of Limbs by Radiohead. Not much more to say about them, we all know them. 34 is going to go to a band that I've liked for a little bit before this release, but never really dived into. Then this album cover just really intrigued me, and I think it's the best album cover of the entire year. It's really great artwork, and I dove into this album and fell in love with it, and that's going to be Cut Copies at 34. Zonoscope, I mean, look at that album. It's really awesome. This is New York City looking like it's flooding. It's just really unique and cool. Back artwork's kind of weird. It doesn't really play off the front, but it's, you know, something interesting to look at than just a blank back, you know. But some of my favorite songs is Blink and You'll Miss a Revolution, Take Me Over. It's really dancey, kind of not disco, but it's, you know, got like that indie dance theme, and it's fun. It's just fun music to drive around to when you're going out, you know, just looking to have a good time. So Cut Copy, Zonoscope. Hopefully, I think they might be playing Coachella. I hope so, because that'd be a really fun show to see live. I've seen videos and it's great stuff. Now 33, this is going to be a surprise to maybe some of you. A lot of people have this really high on this list, and this was kind of a big disappointment for me. I had really high hopes for this record, and off of hearing the first couple songs before the album release, I was like, oh, this is going to be great, this is going to top his debut, but in the end, it just didn't play up. I do like it, but it's not great, and I had really high hopes, so I think that's why it's kind of low on my list. And at 33, that's Bon Iver, and it's self-titled. People call it Bon Iver, but I mean, the artwork's cool, I like it, there's some really good songs, but overall it just didn't keep my attention and it kind of bores me. For Emma, forever ago, his debut, critically acclaimed debut, it was amazing. This does not top it by any means, but there is some good songs like Hylogen, Perth is really good. Even Calgary, the single, is pretty great, but just it didn't keep my attention as much as his first one, and it doesn't have that sentimental attachment like the first one did. So, but once again, check it out if you're a Bon Iver fan and haven't heard it yet, because it is a nice listen, but it's not great by any means. 33, Bon Iver. No, 32 is another band that I've loved for a very long time. I saw them at the Greek Theater. I had a bunch of jerks sitting behind me that, kind of frat bros, maybe just guys that weren't really supposed to be. It just killed the mood for me and my brother. So that kind of killed that performance, but they did a great follow-up with this album. And this is 32, My Morning Jacket. I hate this album cover. I think it's so disgusting. But it's a great album. It's really expansive. There's a lot of different elements that they touch on here. But it's really fun to listen to. It keeps the continuity of the band. I mean, you've seen an evolution from It Still Moves to now, and there's quite a difference, but at the same time, you can still tell it's My Morning Jacket. So, and this is called Circulator. I can never say it right, but you know what I mean. And Out of My System's a really great song. It's kind of a funny song. It's got cheesy lyrics about smoking weed and being in high school and doing drugs and getting that all out of your way. But Holding On to Black Metal is a really cool song. That's a great cut from this whole album. And Slow Tune's really nice. This whole album's pretty good. It's not their best, but it is really good. Once again, My Morning Jacket at 32, I'm sorry. And at 31, I heard this album from recommendation from Dan in Canada. I picked it up for really cheap at the Ryan Adams show at a place next door to it. So, and I fell in love with it. It's a great album. It takes off from kind of like the Fleet Foxes are on Sub Pop. It's like a more poppy, more accessible version of Fleet Foxes, even though Fleet Foxes are pretty accessible. But it's a little more lighthearted than what I guess Fleet Foxes is. And that's gonna be The Head and the Heart, and it's a self-titled album. Pretty basic back, but it's really fun, just really accessible tunes and just something to sing along to and easy listening. I do like it a lot. It's pretty much folk rock, I guess you can consider it, but that's 31, Head and the Heart. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. That's all I have for now. Next week I'll be doing number 30 through 29. So I hope you guys look forward to that as much as I look forward to making it. And I can't wait to see more of your guys' top 10, top 20, top 30 list. Really excited to see what you guys have in store for me. So thanks all for watching. I'll talk to you guys soon.